Hey, what's up, YouTube? Uh, I feel like I just want to speak a little truth or bring into the light some issues um, or perspective. I think a lot of people, just don't think about these things. Just don't see things for what they really are or what's really going on. I think we get distracted and don't pay attention anymore to what's really going on in the streets and what's really going on around us. So like, what I want to talk about is the abortions, the restrictions, the bans. So what this is, the overturning of Roe v. Wade, which is done by the Republicans. Um, Anything that the Republicans do, it is not noble, it is not majestic, it is not benevolent. It is nothing but hypocrisy. They like to use religion and try to say, oh, we are pro-life. We want to protect life. But that's not true. They use that in order to promote their true agenda. So, what they really want to do, why they want to stop the abortions is, number one, whites are no longer the majority. They are the minority. Whites are also the number one users of abortions. They have the highest abortion rates because they're very, white people just, I mean, it just makes sense. Why would you bring a child into the world that you can't uh, financially support? So if the timing is bad and you're not ready to accept that responsibility and provide for another life, then why would you bring into existence a problem? It's going to be a problem. It's not a bundle of joy. It's just a big headache. It's a big inconvenience. And this is your choice. It is not, you know, something, and no one should have the right to tell a woman what she does with her body. That's none of your fucking business. That's none of your goddamn business. You shouldn't have that, like, you have no respect for people's privacy. You know what I'm saying? The government is too invasive. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have that much knowledge about my personal life as a government. You shouldn't, that's none of your fucking business. That's my family. That's none of your fucking concern. You know what I'm saying? You fucking Republicans. You don't fucking respect people's privacy. It's none of your fucking business. You need to respect people's privacy. So what they want to do is protect the white population. Because as you know, whites are not going to be around in the future. About 20, 30 years, it's probably going to be a very small amount of white people. Pure white people. Which is actually a good thing, in my opinion. I'm not racist, but they're just narcissists. Liars, hypocrites. They claim to be better than everybody else. Well, never mind. I'm not going to go into that, but it's all fucking bullshit. Because we definitely see that Asians are smarter, blacks are stronger and better in athletics. What are white people good for? Stealing and taking shit from those and then calling it their own, colonizing it, and then claiming to be great because you stole it. You just a thief. You just a barbarian. You a savage. And try to cover up your shit. Make laws. Anyways, I'm gonna get into that. So, number one, trying to preserve the white race is number one. Number two is these millennials, after that COVID shit, a lot of people just got the unemployment. They quit going to work and they got the money and they didn't have to go to work because they got unemployment, right? And so people found other avenues or other means of income. And why would I go to work at McDonald's or Starbucks or Taco Bell, bust my ass for minimum wage? So a lot of people would not go back to work. They can't fucking get people to go to work anymore for minimum wage because why? It's stupid. It's not intelligent. It's slavery. Why would I go bust my ass for minimum wage? I could sit at home, get unemployment, food stamps, housing assistance, and then go to college and have free time. And I would have income and all of my needs are being met. And I don't have to fucking work at your fucking bullshit Taco Bell and being, humiliated and bossed around, told what to do, treated like a fucking slave for pennies. And then the money that you get, they take half of that shit from your fucking W-2s, but from your check before you even fucking get it. They're already taking out Medicare, Social Security, state tax, you know what I'm saying? Federal tax, all of this shit. Before it even gets in your fucking hands, you've already been robbed for half your fucking income. Who does it go to? The fucking rich people. And then once you get your money and you pay for groceries, you pay your housing, you pay your rent, and you pay for all this other shit, that is controlled and owned and operated by the rich people. All your money's going to the rich people to feed them. That's what you're working for. You're working to fucking feed the rich people. You're a slave. It's slavery. It's modern day slavery. And so they couldn't get people to go back to work. So they had to increase the minimum wage. So it's $20 an hour in California. $15 an hour. They're advertising $15, $18 an hour to work at Taco Bell, McDonald's, Starbucks, some of these places, just to get people to come to fucking work. Because people are getting wise now. They know it ain't worth it. Millennials see through that book. They're not like, fuck this shit. It ain't worth it. And it's not. It's modern day slavery. That's what it is. So that's why they want to ban the abortions, because they can't, the millennials aren't going to work no more. They said, fuck that shit. We found other better ways to get money. And so now they need to refill the slave population. They need uneducated, low income, poor people from the low socioeconomic class to fill those positions so that the rich people can fucking not have to work, let you do all the work, and take your fucking money. That's the agenda. That's what you don't see. That's the real reason that they want to ban the abortions. And it's all the southern states. It's all the slave states where the slave masters. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at when slavery started, the Africans, they said the British showed up with the slave ships and they brought the Bibles, and the Africans had the land. And the Africans said, they taught us to pray with our eyes closed. And when we got done praying and we opened our eyes, they had our land and we had the Bibles. They used religion, to cover their bullshit. And so during slavery, they used religion also to take people freedom. So they kidnapped, enslaved black people, right? And then they said, oh, they made the white man look like God and Jesus. So they made Jesus look like the white man. They rewrote history because Jesus was really a black man. So they made Jesus look like a white man. And they said it is by divinity that blacks serve the white man, because the white man is close to God. He is God. He looks just like Jesus. He looks like God. Therefore, it is by divine right that blacks serve white people. They use religion for their own financial benefit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. They use religion to enslave you, to keep you from killing them and fighting. So they say, oh, it's a sin. It's bad. Don't kill. But that's what they did. They're killing, raping, and doing everything that they're telling you not to do. But that's what they did to you. That's what they did to the black people. But now they're saying, oh, it's bad. Don't do that. Religion tells us that it's wrong. But at the same, but they're doing it. They're hypocrites. It's nothing but hypocrisy. A bunch of fucking lies and bullshit. And so they use religion to enslave black people. That was the whole, they used religion so that they didn't revolt and fight back. And the real reason that slavery ended, it wasn't the Emancipation Proclamation. It wasn't Abraham Lincoln that ended slavery. What really happened was, what they don't want to tell you, what they try to hide, is that black people started waking up. They got tired of this shit. And history repeats itself. And if you look at history, what happens is the rich people, they start taxing people, enslaving people, and people just get tired of this shit and they kill the fucking rich people and take their fucking money. These billionaires, the enslavers, the kings, the greedy fucks. And then everybody's happy. So we have gone the longest in history without a revolution. This is the longest. They have kept us complacent with the technology, with the entertainment, with the sports, with the video games, with the internet, with the smartphones, with the cell phones. And they keep you distracted from what's going on because you're so entertained, and so you don't even look, you don't even see what the fuck's going on around you. You don't pay attention to what's really going around you. How really your brothers and sisters, we're all out here struggling. You can't afford to pay your rent. You can't afford groceries anymore. You know what I'm saying? Where's the money going? And taxes are going up. Inflation's going up. So that means your bank account and your money, your finances are going down. And where's the money going? To the rich people. But we're doing all the work. We doing all the work. It's slavery. And so they used slavery back in the day to take people's freedoms. So again, what really happened was, it wasn't Abraham Lincoln that ended slavery. The blacks, they got tired of this shit. And they started breeding the slaves like cattle. We need more slaves so we can sell them. We need more workers. What they're trying to do now with the abortions, banning the abortions, we need more slaves. So what happens is, they had too many. You got 5 white people, 15, 20 white people at a slave plantation. Now you had 50. Now you got 100, 200 black people. You're outnumbered now. You can't control them. That's why they do population control, right? That's why they're doing that shit too now. That's why they fight wars, because it decreases the population. They send you to war. So we're easily controlled when we don't have a big army. And so the blacks went around and they massacred the slave masters. Then they would go to the next plantation, kill all the white people, and free those black people. They went around massacring. We're talking about savage shit. We're talking about they rip their arms and legs off and fucking leave their heads on pikes, making examples of these white people. And the white people were scared. They were scared. And they said, oh my God, we got to stop this shit, because they're going to take over the country. They're going to take everything. They're going to take over. We are outnumbered now. See, the shit come back and bite them in the ass. You know what I'm saying? That's why slavery ended. Anything, white people, they believe might is right. You take it by force. That's why they believe in wars. That's why they believe in militaries. They will come and take it with force. So that's all they understand is violence. That's all they understand. You see these Karens, they be da until you put your foot in their ass and knock their fucking teeth out, and then they sing a whole different tune. You know what I'm saying? You get sometimes ass whipping is the greatest lesson that you can teach someone. You need to put people in their fucking place and let them know, you know what I'm saying? You don't run shit, motherfucker. You don't run shit. And so I really think it's time just for us to put our foot in some people's asses and let them know who really running shit. And I digress. So my whole point is they used religion a long time ago to enforce slavery, to take people's freedoms. And they are doing it again now. They're using religion to take away your freedoms, which is your choice for abortions. That is your freedom. They just took your fucking freedom from you. They took it from you using religion. Oh, you know, it's bad. God, we're pro-life. You know, we believe in saving lives, these unborn children. Motherfucker, if you really care about the goddamn, then you take care of them. But what do they do instead? They take away housing assistance, food stamps, and it's these poor people of low income that are having the abortions because they can't afford to raise a fucking child. It's inconvenient. They're not ready. But you want to force this responsibility on them, and then you know they can't take it right now. So they take advantage of you. They know your kid's not going to fucking college. They're going to be working for minimum wage for the rest of their life, probably. They will be slaves. And that's what they want. That's the true agenda. That's why they banned abortions in the slave states. It's all these southern states, these Republican states. Republicanism is nothing but capitalism. In order for capitalism to work, it makes the rich richer and the poor poorer. You have to have someone working for near nothing in order for the person who owns the business to make money. Because if I pay them too much money, well, damn, I might just give them a fair share of what's really going on. Really, they earned it. Really, they should be getting most of the money because they did all the fucking work. But it's the person, the business owner that says, oh, I'm in control. This is my business. I have a choice on what I can pay. But it's, people being smart and coming together and forming communities and saying, hey, these unions, these work unions, that's why they hate fucking unions. And like Donald Trump don't like unions. He didn't stand for the unions, the automotive unions. He didn't stand with them. He said, oh, these guys should go back to work. Man, fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking slave master motherfucker. These white people ain't nothing but slave masters. They want the good old days, plantation shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all hypocrisy and it's bullshit. And they use religion to deceive you and confuse you, and it's nothing but lies. Because they don't care about life. They don't care. I mean, if they care so much, then you would take care of the fucking life. You would give the food stamps. You wouldn't give us a hard time about housing assistance, food stamps. But homelessness is at an all-time high now. And this is all the Republicans because they're greedy. There's nothing benevolent. There's nothing majestic. There's nothing noble about any of this bullshit that they try to push on you. And that's why it's important that you go out and vote. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling people, yo, you need to go out there and vote, man. And they try to discourage you and say, oh, it doesn't matter. And they feed you these lies and bullshit. And you need to use your fucking brain and think about what is really going on. What is the true agenda? What is their true intention? Because it's the same thing when they did this 400 or 500 years ago when the first slave ship showed up in Africa. And they brought religion. And they said, you know what I'm saying, we're going to bring you God and religion and shit. Meanwhile, while you praying, they're raping your kids and your women. They're stealing your kids, your women, and your young men that can work, kidnapping them, putting them on slave while you're sleeping, while you're praying, while you in church. They're out here raping and pillaging and kidnapping all your fucking the rest of your family while you in here at church praying. You need to wake up to the bullshit and see what's really going on around you. Get your fucking head out these cell phones and these video games and look around and see what's going on in your communities and what's really going on in the streets. Because that's what's really happening. The same shit that they did a long time ago when they came to Africa with the slave ships and they brought this religion bullshit. They're doing the same shit now. They're using the religion to take your freedom. We want to ban abortions. Why? Because it's God. God says it's the right thing. They separated church and state a long fucking time ago. They didn't overturn that shit in the federal court. So why are you using that? That should not be a legitimate or valid argument. But they're using that now to overturn Roe v. Wade. But you're using something that was banned. You're using an argument that was banned a long time ago. Church and state were separated a long time ago, but you're using that as an argument to support the ban of to overturn Roe v. Wade. So your whole argument, your whole initial argument, or your hypothesis, your theory, it's all bullshit. It's not allowed. It's invalid because it was taken out. Church and state was separated a long time ago. You did not overturn that shit, but you're using that as an argument to overturn Roe v. Wade. There is no valid argument. It's all bullshit. They are using religion to take your fucking freedoms just like they did in Africa 500 years ago when they used religion to enslave everyone. You need to wake up and see what's going on around you, man. Because they just took your fucking freedom. That was a woman's choice. That is your freedom. That is your fucking choice. Can't nobody tell you what the fuck to do with your fucking pussy. That's your fucking coochie. That's your pussy. Can't nobody tell you, motherfucker, if you want to sell it, if you want to goddamn do whatever, that's your motherfucking business. That's your motherfucking business. That's not they fucking business. It's none of their goddamn business. They can't tell you what to do with your fucking pussy. If you let them tell you that you can't have abortions, what to do with your pussy, you might as well start letting them sell your pussy and taking the money for it. Sex trafficking. Sex trafficking. And that's another thing why they want to ban abortions. These southern states are also the highest sex traffickers. They take these Mexican kids that are coming over the border, they separate them from the families, put them into these white people coming and adopt these kids, and they're molesting them and raping them and sex trafficking them. You know, that's what they do with the kids. You know, these white people are sick. They're sick. They're narcissists and they're sick and they're disgusting. And that's what they do. They've been doing this shit for hundreds of years, man. They the fucking problem. They're the fucking, but they try to make black people seem like blacks are the problem. They're the drug dealers. You know, they're the ones that are doing all the crime and shit. You know, because, you know, you put them in a low socioeconomic class and yeah, some of them, they ain't got no choice. They're trying to survive. But that's because white people put them in that position. They stole everything from them. All they trying to do is get back what you fucking stole. White people. You know what I'm saying? So, please get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? Because if this voting shit don't work, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, just like George Floyd, when people had enough, you gonna see what happened. When George Floyd got killed, there was an unstoppable force. Black people came out and it looked like a goddamn ant colony was pissed off. If you look down at the helicopter view, it was like an army of ants. You can't stop that many people. When we come together and unite, we are unstoppable. They can't stop us. When we come together, that is our true power. We have power in numbers. We are like an army together. And so we need to come together in our communities and work together and fight for our children, for our freedoms, for our survival. Cause you know what I'm saying, we getting played. We are enslaved. We're being slaves. We're being played. They taking all our money from us, and they're just breeding us like cattle now. So they can have people to work at their fucking McDonald's. Man, fuck your motherfucking McDonald's. Fuck your Taco Bell, motherfucker. You make the goddamn sandwiches, bitch. Get Becky, get Karen, get John, get Bartholomew to fucking fix them sandwiches, motherfucker. We tired of this shit. We tired of this shit. We tired of fucking feeding your fat, greedy, white ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little truth. This was my perspective. But I see things, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people just don't want to admit the shit. And that's the truth. Because the truth fucking hurts.